Hello everyone, how are you? I hope you are all fine. Today, my name is Leila Al-Farra and I am an English literature student. I'm going to present my presentation, which is talking about supernatural elements in Shakespeare plays. Okay, the thing that we will cover the first thing is the role of the supernatural in Shakespeare works, ghosts and haunting, magic and sorcery. Supernatural begins in Shakespeare plays. The supernatural as reflections of society. The ending, a play of Shakespeare supernatural. The first thing, the role of Shakespeare of the supernatural in Shakespeare works. Shakespeare used supernatural is a recurring theme throughout his works, from ghosts to witches. Shakespeare used these elements to add an extra layer and intriguing and mystery to his plays. Um, One of the famous example of this is Macbeth, where the witches prophecies plays a play a pivotal role in the story. Supernatural here serves as a tool for the characters to explore their own motivations and desire. Ghost and haunting in Shakespeare plays. Ghosts are another common element of the supernatural in Shakespeare works. They often appear as a means of imparting wisdom and warning to the living. In Hamlet, the ghost serves as a castle for Hamlet's actions and provides insight into character as psyche. Magic and sorcery and Shakespeare works. Magic and sorcery are also common theme in Shakespeare works. Um, in In A Midsummer Night's Dream, the fairy queen Titania is placed under a love spell by Poe, leading to accuse and conf, and confuse among the character. The use of magic in Shakespeare plays often serves as a metaphor for power, struggle, and manipulations that occur in real life. It's allowed to character to explore the dark aspects of human nature in a fantastical setting. Then we have supernatural begins in Shakespeare plays. Shakespeare also includes supernatural begins such as fairies and spirits in his plays. Their creations often serve as representations of the nature world or as a means of exploring the relationship between humans and nature. And and the tempest, the spirit earlier Ariel is at a mercy of Caesarea, uh, of the Caesarea Prosperi, highlighting the power dynamics between humans and spirits. The supernatural as reflections of society. Shakespeare used the supernatural. The supernatural can also be seen as a reflections of beliefs and theories of society at the time. The the conclusions of which is ghost and magic in his plays uh, speaks speaks to sub to superstition to superstitions and exhausting of Elizabethan era. Therefore, the supernatural elements in Shakespeare works often challenge traditional notions of power and authority by placing characters in situations where there are at, at mystery of supernatural forces. Shakespeare highlights the fragility the fragility of human control over the world around them. The final thing that we have for this presentation is the enduring a play, the enduring appeal of Shakespeare's supernatural. Shakespeare used the supernatural continues to captivate audience. The timeline's theme of power, love, and um, and property that are explored through these elements. These elements present with views across generations. The supernatural allows for endless interpretations and adaptations of Shakespeare works from modern trialing to experimental predictions. That's all my presentations. I hope you are interested in learning a new thing about Shakespeare and his writings and his plays also. Thank you so much for listening.